So we are live on YouTube. For those who don't know me, I am Ana Clara. I'm 22. I live in a city in Rio de Janeiro, in Araruama, and I'm studying civil engineering in college. I'm a hostess here on TNT since October 2020, and it's a pleasure to be with you guys and to meet you. Today's topic is education, as I said, and I'm gonna share my screen and show you a video. In this video, we have Malala. I don't know if you know her. She's amazing, and she talks a little bit about education. The video is very quick. But first, there is anyone here for the first time? I don't know. I guess you already know what is TNT. And E Aprendi. Here is a safe place to talk in English and practice your English. We are not here to judge you. We are here to respect each other and practice. So I'm gonna just accept Marise and then I'm gonna share my screen. Let me see here the video. Okay. I'm gonna share here. Share sound. Okay. Pay attention on the video.
Hello everyone, I'm Emma Watson. I'm delighted to be welcoming you all to the opening of the Into Film Festival. It's an honour to be joined by Malala Yousafzai. Hello Malala.
Hello.
What would you say to young people who do not like, enjoy or appreciate school? And this is from Miss Skinner. She's a teacher in Cardiff.
Well, I should tell that, like my brothers, I tell them every day that they should focus on their studies because they spend their time on Xbox and computers. And sometimes we go to school every day and it's for many, many years of our life. But in between, we forget its importance. And I know its importance because when I was 11, I was stopped from going to school. And the next day when I woke up and I just could not go to school, and I could not believe it that for the rest of my life, I wouldn't be able to study at all and I wouldn't be able to become a doctor or teacher or anything I liked. And that was the stage when I realized that education is really important for every child. So before you see that stage, realize it now. I don't want you to go through that situation ever. So realize that it's for your future, it's for the future of your country. In a way, you are contributing to your society. And just believe in yourselves, believe in the power of education.
So that was the video. I'm gonna stop here. Okay, so actually today is not the International Day of Education. It was on January, but today some people commemorate this day, and because of this I bring it to you. I have brought to you this topic. I'm gonna send the questions here on chat. Just a second. Just one more time, is there anyone new here or not? I guess not. No problem. So here is the questions, and now I'm gonna split you into small rooms because we are here with 19 people. We are too much to talk. Let me see here. Okay. Don't forget, be polite with people and respect each other. We are here to talk and to practice. So I'm gonna keep this one here. And I see you, you have like 50 minutes to talk. And I'm gonna bring you back and then we can discuss. Don't left, we can discuss in the final. Do you have some questions or not? Okay, so see you and enjoy the conversation. Okay, if you didn't receive, you're gonna stay with me here, Yuri, Luana, Muhadin, and Rodrigo B. Yuri, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi guys. My name is Yuri. I live in São Luís, Maranhão, Brazil. I study law at college and I'm 18. I have been here with TNT since May of the last year, and this year I became a host of Tuesday at 6 p.m. and coming.
Yeah, good. Thank you, Yuri. Luana, and you?
Hello, I'm Luana. I'm 13 years old. I live in Uberaba, Minas Gerais. 31, no, today 13 years old. I'm living in Uberaba. I already have a degree in pedagogy, but I study biology. So you can know I love this subject today.
Good, thank you, Luana. Rodrigo?
Hello, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, we can listen you.
Okay. My name is Rodrigo. I live in Guarulhos, near São Paulo. I am 35 years old, and I have been learning English by myself for 1 year. That's it.
Good. Thank you, Rodrigo. Nice to meet you. Mohadi, how about you?
Hello guys, my name is Mukhadin. I'm from Russia and I'm 30 years old. So now I'm also studying English, learning English, and it's because it is necessary for me to. It's one of the requirements of my job. So due to that, I have to learn English, and also it's interesting for me, and I like to do that.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here. Keep coming. Taiwan, hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, hello. My name is Tylon. I am 70 years old. I'm from Brazil. I live in Santa Catarina, and I just study English.
Thank you, Taiwan. So let's start with the questions. I'm gonna send again to Taiwan because he just joined us. So the topic today is education, as I said, and the first question is, what was your favorite subject in school and why? Let me see, who wants to start this one? Okay, go on, Yuri.
Well, my favorite subject at school was history, philosophy, and sociology. I don't know why, but I love this subject. You know, I love these all the things related with these. You know, I love to study history of our country and of the road. You know, and kind of things, and to understand more about the humans in general. You know.
Good. I didn't like so much the subject. My favorite one was and is math, so
I
it's a
imagine.
little different. Thank you, Yuri. Muhadi, and you?
Also, I like to study history. I don't know also the reason of that, but I think the knowledge of the story it's useful and it's quite interesting. So I like to study history. It's not just of my country. Or I like to roll story, and I like to learn, especially the First World War stories and Second World War stories. So my favorite subject was the history.
Good. It's similar to Yuri. And you, Rodrigo?
I really enjoyed physics and math. I liked to get know about how the words works, and the physics it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, good. And you, Luana? I can imagine which one is, but please tell us.
Yeah, it's Portuguese. The most is Portuguese because the literature, the rights, and all these things.
Yeah. And you, Taylor?
Yeah, I really love history and geography. Uh, you know, because you can see and know how the works out. You know, in history you could know about the older cultures, the older points of view, and I really like that kind of thing.
Oh my God, just me like math here. But I also like history, and nowadays, because in school I didn't like, but nowadays I can see the importance for study every subject and know a little bit. And I have some books about philosophy that I really like. And yeah, we are not a mix here. Okay, let's go to number 2. Why do you study, and how is your relationship with studies? Uh, Rodrigo?
Okay, Anna. Let me see. I love study to catch up some subjects, and to be um, and to have uh, acknowledge about one thing. Uh, my relationship with studies is sometimes hard, sometimes easy, uh, because I got a subject to study, and I am I like to get know in depth knowledge, but sometimes hard. I like a lot subjects about technology nowadays. That's it.
Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to
Yeah.
study. But when we have focus and determination, we can study and have some good results.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you, Taiwan?
Yeah, like school studies, I'm not a big fan, you know, because in my point of view, this way of study, like 90% of the things that you know in school will never be useful, you know. And I prefer study for myself, by myself, like English and history, things that give me work knowledge and no just knowledge, you know. That's it.
Yeah, we have a question here about this, and I don't know if you saw about the girl who joined in the university, USP, I guess, but she wasn't allowed to go because she has been studying by at her home, like homeschooling, and it was terrible. And yeah, I agree with you. I guess our education at school is not so good. Rodrigo, and you? Oh, I asked it to you. Sorry, Luana. What do you think?
I study more because I like learning, and when you do this, I can teach, and I love teach. I love teach too. But sometimes it's hard because the time, I don't know my time for learn, you know.
Yeah, I got it. Now you're frozen. Your internet.
And I try to respect it more than
Okay.
understand me now.
Yeah, we could see, we could listen, but your internet is frozen. But
Okay.
you can repeat if you want.
No, is it?
Okay. Thank you, Lana. And you, Muhadi?
Okay, of course, I'm already finished my school and university. But when I studied all time, I attempted to receive and accumulate all useful information, and because I think it allows you to create yourself as a person and be more intelligent. So it's a good chance to get a lot of options of our life in the future. So it's a perfect that now we have perfect. I mean that we have the chance to study. It's necessary for each people.
Yeah. Yeah, we can change our life with studies. I can imagine myself without studies and a good education. So, if unfortunately not everyone has, so it's to another question. Yuri, and you?
Well, why I study? It's a good question. I guess it's important to know more about the things, because nowadays we need to know. We need to, if you need to have a job, if you need to participate of our society in general. We need to have knowledge. To be more critical and to be more active in our society. I guess it's important to know, because who don't opportunity to study, I guess it's more difficult to participate of our society, of our routine. You have a good job and kind of things. Unfortunately, we need to study a lot if you have condition for this, for you have one good life.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
And my relation with study, it's like one good relation. Like I like to study almost all the time. But sometimes I procrastinate a little, and I get tired if I spend much time studying. I nowadays, when I was at school, I tried to study all the time, and kind of things. Not so good for my mental health. And I try to balance and to divide more my routine to study and focus more. But sometimes I keep procrastinating.
Yeah, I am the same. I'm always studying, and I pass most of my day studying or on the internship. And I don't have this, oh, I don't like to study. I'm liking my college, but sometimes it's hard. For example, today I'm really tired. A lot of tasks to send to my teachers. But okay, it's part of life. So, number 3, what do you think of the idea of our education being online? because pandemic or in general. Tyler, what's your opinion about this?
I think that thing don't work out, you know. Like the teacher never talk to you personally, and I think like the most teacher just pick up some matter online and put out and just say study that thing, you know, and there's no physics class, and you don't and that way you couldn't uh receive knowledge better than the otherwise, you know, and I'm not a big fan of that. And
Yeah, it's good to share opinions because I am liking, but for me, but I can see some children, for example, for children, I don't think it really works. So I prefer in physical, like in personal. But yeah, good to listen. Luana, and you as a teacher, what is your opinion? What is your opinion?
Yeah, sometimes we can take advice of this because you can research more, you take more chance for research these things and time for research. But sometimes it's hard because all these things, all these things is involved. Bad internet, bad connection, bad, bad attention, all these things this involved.
Yeah, not anyone has internet or good internet, and this I forgot the word. This don't help the transmission of the message, so it's really difficult. Hi. Okay, you can talk, Luana.
No, I agree with you. This is just
Okay. Heidi and you.
I think it's not a good idea, you know. I think in this case the sociality, the people can become degraded, you know. So it's more comfortable, more useful when it's in how to say, in real, you know, to go school, it's to go university. So I think it's not a kind of how to say,
A good idea.
yes, it's not a good idea in general.
Yeah. Thank you. Rodrigo, and you, what do you think?
Okay, Hannah. I have no problems with education online. For me, it's good studying anywhere, anytime. But I have a daughter. She's 7 years old, and for her, it was terrible. Uh, last year, it's hard. It's very hard for her. Uh, Actually, in this year, she is more comfortable, but she was in the beginning of the studies, and it was hard.
Yeah, it's a big challenge. And in the beginning of pandemic, it was terrible. No one knew about this and how it would be. And but this year is being better. I can see, like, my mom is a teacher, so she's teaching online, and I can see she improved a lot, and she's better, and the children as well. but it's really difficult. I guess a lot of people prefer. Oh my God, I'm forgetting. I'm tired. But okay, Yuri, what is your opinion?
Well, in relation of my personal opinion about my routine in general, I like the online. I use it with these, I don't have many problems to study online because I guess it's more comfortable for me because I stay at home in this period, and because I don't pass more time to go to the college and kind of things. So for me, it's better, But in one more open perspective, I guess it's not so good because, for example, I have one little sister, like Rodrigo said about your daughter, and it's so difficult for her to concentrate, to focus, in your study, mainly online, we need to tell her to study and kind of things because it's so difficult to focus, Sometimes for me it's difficult. Imagine for children, kind of things. And about it's not so inclusive, like Luana said and you said. Many people don't have internet, don't have one electronic device, to watch the class and kind of things. And the other side is about that. For me, education is more than to learning something, Like I guess it's more me to connect to your relation with people, Like when you are at college, I miss this a lot. You have the opportunity to discuss about something with your colleagues, we it's more than teaching and learning something, I guess I miss it a lot, this more human contact that we don't have in this period, only online,
Yeah, I totally agree. It's important to have this contact, the interact. Oh my God, this share information and share with other people and different people and touch. It's really different. Okay, let's go to number 4. If you didn't have basic education, how would your life be? Would you lose opportunities? Yuri, could you start?
Yeah, of course. Well, if I did have basic education, I guess my life would be, because nowadays, the most of the population in general have basic education, and we need this for the basic things in your life, For example, to pay our bills, we need to read, we need to. It's one thing that is so basic, and we need that all the population do this, to have one basic life, to because many people, it's unfortunately here in Brazil, we have many cases of people that don't have one basic education, and it's lie, it's how can I say this? Many people lie for her, and don't understand the things, and don't have one good job, live in poverty, situation,
Yeah.
and it's so bad. And yeah, of course, I will lose many opportunities, because the market is so competitive nowadays. Many people know a lot of things, and if you don't know basic things, you don't have the same opportunities than other people that have more qualification.
Yeah, you said about poverty, and when we don't have basic education or a good basic education in the country, we can see a lot of poverty and the other word, but I forgot, social problems. And yeah, it's related. Thank you, Yuri. Rodrigo, how about you?
Number 4. Okay. I think it's really important education. And for example, I have a graduate degree in engineering, and it opened many doors for me and opportunities. But recently, I have seen many people that without anyone education, but can be to live with like entrepreneur, or to see anything, and they open a deal, you know. And
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we are listening. Okay. So Marcos is here. Hey, Marcos.
Hello, afternoon.
Good afternoon. Oh my God, someone left. Okay, Luana. Marcos, could you introduce yourself? And today we're talking about education. I'm gonna send the questions. You can say.
Okay, so my name is Marcos. I was born in Paraná. I live in São Paulo, but right now I'm in my sister's home. I'm host here in TNT. I'm hosting the English and French meetings. And yeah, that's basically me. That's it.
Okay, we are talking about the number 4. If you didn't have basic education, how would your life be? Would you lose opportunities?
I think would be awful, even more that eats my life, you know. But well, I was thinking about that. Like, if okay that I have basic education and all this thing, but if I haven't, like, how could be my life without that? You know, I know that it's education is important and everything, but maybe I wouldn't grow up in my career, in my personal life, in my relation with the people. And I think it's basic, but it's the necessary. Like, we must do, we must have the education allowed to everyone, to every classes, and like everybody, eh, without exception. You know, so my life would be worse than it's right now. So I cannot imagine.
Yeah, we were talking about this, and we have, when you don't have basic education, we have social problems like poverty and these things. So it's like, thank you for sharing. And let me see, Luana is back.
Yeah, I'm back.
I'm gonna repeat the question. If you didn't have basic education, how would your life be?
Yeah, it be worse because the culture of the society, you know, they can discriminate when you don't have the best. The most part of society do this, and you know, instead you can a lot of career you don't you
Luana, I guess.
want to do, but one can, and you and the person don't want to teach you a new career, you know, don't want to raise in your life the most part of society.
Yeah, yeah, it's really difficult to have a good career when you don't have basic education. Yeah. Who didn't answer? Maybe Muhadi. I don't remember.
To be honest, it's trouble to imagine our life without basic education. So because nowadays any aspect of our life depends on technologies, depends on kind of something digital industries, so it is trouble to withstand with that and be alive. So, and about if to say about the opportunities, and it's basically depends on your degree of lucky. So I think more it's more useful, more comfortable. It's gonna be more comfortable for you if you will have if you have a basic education.
Okay, I got it. Thailand, and you?
Yeah, in my point of view, I think basic education is good and until certain point. But school never wake me up for life. I did it by myself, you know what I mean? And I think nowadays there's many ways of having a good study, and school isn't one of them. And but unfortunately, the companies only care about the diploma and not the real knowledge. And that's
Yeah, and the number 5 is talking about this, so I'm going to start with you. But Rodrigo, did you answer? Sorry, this number 4.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, but let's start with number 5 with Thailand. Do you feel that the current way we are educating children fully prepares for the needs of 21st century?
no way. Like we are using the way of study that was make like 500 years ago, and that way was to work out in 500 years ago. Now that's don't work out, you know what I mean? Like that's make no sense. Like there's a lot of things that you are that you have to know in school, and you never will be useful to you, you know. That's make no sense for me, and that thing have to show change. That's it.
Yeah, okay, I got it, your idea. And you, Marcos, what do you think?
Well, it's not. They're not teaching. I used to say that. They're just, I don't know, doing something that they used to call as a teaching. But I'm talking about my example. I was at school in the last year, and I waste my time, I didn't learn something. I didn't had a good relation, a good friendship with my friend, with the teachers. I was just there to finish that year and then start, I don't know, go to a university or start at work. So, but I think talking about the kids right now, and they are not still doing that, but they have time, to change. I'm seeing my brother's example. Like he's so confused. He don't know what it's very necessary to know. And like the school, they teach a lot of things, but they don't know. Actually, they know, but they are like stuck in I don't know, in a revolutionary industry, like in the many years ago. And like we changed a lot. And the school have to change, but they are not like in this changing results. So they have time, they can change, they have the tools, they have the teachers, which is the main reason for we go to the school. But unfortunately, they're not doing that.
Yeah, I agree. I guess nowadays I'm seeing that we need to learn and have contact with the things like people, the children, and as you said about the first industrial revolution. Okay, they just read texts and say about this, but they don't have contact like videos and many examples and how it is related with things that happen today. So we need
Yes,
to
exactly.
expose this for we learn, not just read. Anyone, I don't know if someone just uh, just learn with reading, you know.
Yeah, and we're talking about we. I didn't felt that, like, and of course that everyone here when was learning that about story, but not just about story, but mathematics and everything. Like they don't put that in example in a context in our life that we're gonna see, that we're gonna uh, have in the future. They just put in some random situation that it's very, very, very unnecessary, random, and just we are there sitting on the chair and just listening. But the results, the things that we're gonna really learn, we don't know, like, because they don't teach that.
Yeah. Thank you, Marcus. Trust. Very good. Yuri, how about you?
Well, I totally agree with you guys. Like, I guess in our the Brazilian system of education, it's it only research about grades. Like only results. We need. It's not doesn't matter if you understand the subject. If you really learning this, but if you have one good grade, yeah, it's good. For example, the high school, I remember you only be prepared for the exam that you have for to apply for one college. So I remember that I studied many things that I did. It's totally useless for me. For example, I remember all the kinds of rocks. It's totally useless for me nowadays. I did don't use these in my routine in my college, but I need to learn these because of the exam. And I guess we don't study many things that it's more important. Like for example, intelligence, emotional. The students, the person don't have one good emotional control. Like the person are with many mental disease and kind of things, and we don't know how to manage this. You know for example, other things about sex education, I guess it's one thing important to know more about this because it's not only about to. Many people say that oh my god, it's to influence the children, the young people to make sex and kind of things, but not this way. It's about prevention and how to know if these situations, know how to avoid disease and kind of things. I guess it's one thing that we needed to know more about these, but we don't have these in our schools. So yeah, for me, this.
Yeah, these things are really necessary, and I can see some schools talking about this, but it is the exception. It's not all, and mainly the public education. I can see this in other sides, but it's really necessary, and we need to talk about these things. Thank you, Yuri. Muhadi, and you.
I think now it's definitely depend on where you live, and because in different parts of the world, there is no any special differences on in exactly in education structure and in education aspect. So sometimes in one country we have a lot of different schools. So if you have money, you can go to good school and or to go to country where the education system is more advanced. and teach. To study there. So the system is. The system can't require to something new. The system is the system works, but the specialists, teachers who works in schools, how to say, getting more. Their knowledges are not enough to educate, to teach somebody. So that's why our education is getting worse, and we have a lot of problem concerning that. So I think the system is enough advanced, enough adapted for our nowadays for 21 century.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Rodrigo, how about you?
I agree with you guys. I don't think so that the current ways of education prepare the children very well. Like Yuri said, for example, emotional intelligence is a great subject to put in education, and there's no and for example, the subjects that the children study nowadays is almost the same of my grandma studied,
Yeah. Yeah, it's really common to happen.
That's it.
Thank you, Rodrigo. Luana, how about you? And then I'm gonna bring people back.
I agree. It's not prepared. As never as prepared, I guess, because we always heard complain about the education, Brazilian education, because as you said, they were worried about the grade and the progress, but not trust progress. And they don't care if you learn, or they was as like they always do. Don't worry about your education. Don't worry about you. You need run. You need follow your goal and do everything you can for learn. And yeah, the way is this is more teach, it's more, it's not about the teach and the subject they teach for you. It's more about you want learn and how you want to learn, how more you can do for you, because just you don't just you care about you nowadays, especially nowadays.
Yeah, I got it, your idea. So thank you, Luana, and everybody's back. So guys, we talked a lot here on the main room. We have just answered 4 questions. So let me see. Felipe, how was the conversation?
That was a great conversation, because we can talk about we history in the school, and we can talk about so many things, and that was a great conversation.
Good to listen this. No, Eduardo Rodrigo, yeah. and
That's
for
me.
you?
Yeah, it was very, very great because it's a topic that we can relate to many things, and I could open up about education and family and our situation in Brazil right now. So overall, we could, have a thoughtful conversation. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let me see. Carolina, I'm gonna ask you a question. What was your favorite subject in school?
I'm still in school, so my favorite subject is not just one. I like English, of course. Arts, I don't know if that's the name in English, but it's where you draw and you paint and you do all that stuff. I also like biology, and I didn't know the name, so I didn't say it in the groups, but physical education, I guess it is. When you work out and you do
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah, physical education. I really like it, this one. And do you think about the number 5? Do you feel that current way we are educating children or teenagers fully prepares them for the needs of 21st century? Carolina, as you are
sorry.
as you still are in the call in the school, what is your opinion about this?
Can you repeat the question, please? I didn't hear very well.
Do you feel that the way that we are educating children or teenagers fully prepares them for the needs of 21st century?
Yes and no. Yes, because I think I'm learning a lot of things in school, and my school is very difficult. And no, because they don't teach us basic things to be an adult, like, I don't know, pay with a credit card or economy things and how to buy a house and all of those things. I think those things are very important, but they don't teach that. Also, self-defense in this time, it's very important to know how to defend yourself, so they don't teach that, so I think that's important.
Yeah, we talked about this here on the main room as well, and it's really important. Thank you, Carolina. Sorry, Carol. I'm like
Caro, they tell me Caro too, so it's okay.
Okay, guys. Let me see. We have time. Still have time. Jefferson, and you? How was for you?
It was a great conversation. I can say in my room, all of us agree with each other. And I can tell you, or I can show a perspective view about education in Italy that I don't know yet. And yeah, it's wonderful. That.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. I really liked this time with you. I'm gonna send the Telegram group here, the link. You can join if you want. And don't forget to answer the feedback. It's very important to me and to the community. We are growing and we are getting better and better because of you, and it's all for you. Thanks for coming, and I see you next week or in the next time. Bye, guys.
See ya.